Hi everyone, welcome to this Make Your Morning session today, and today is Friday the 16th of October. So this is the end of the third full week, so we've done, I think it'll be 17 sessions of Make Your Morning now, lots of varied topics, everything from gratitude to physical health. And this morning's session is about bringing calm to your working from home environment day and just life in general. So I work with a lot of people who at the moment are still working from home and they've maybe been used to prior to March working in an office. And I've been going through lots of ups and downs with this kind of working from home environment. So I just wanted to share some ideas that can help you to bring calm and also reduce your stress levels and increase your how you feel overall, your kind of contentment and how happy you feel. Because there's small things that we can do regularly which create these positive habits when working from home. And it's very easy to also get into more negative habits as well, or feel like we're stuck in a rut a little bit in our approach too. So welcome to everyone who is joining me live today. It's great to see I've got somebody live with me. Just type in the chat box and let me know that you're here and where you're logging in from as well. It's always interesting to hear who we've got on the session. So as normal, I made a few notes before the session just to really gather my thoughts and can draw on my own experience. So prior to kind of being enforced to work from home, I was used to kind of working remotely a couple of days, at least a week, through running my own business. So I was quite used to the kind of more ad hoc working from home rather than it being 5 days a week for a sustained period as well. So had little things that I would do that would really help me. So exercise was a key part of it. So rather than being in the house behind the screen all of the time, I would like to get out and get a walk or get a run or do some yoga, something that would move my body, something that would energize me, particularly good at the beginning of the day, middle or end. So always see your day in kind of three core parts. You've got beginning, how do you start it? How do you ensure that you have a good break at lunchtime as well and protect that time? And at the end of the day, how do you close off your day, especially when you're in the home environment and you might just be actually kind of tidying up your stuff for the next day or putting your work stuff to one side and going into the more relaxed mode as well. So we'll look at each of these elements of the day. And I'm actually going to start the evening before. So imagine that we were kind of preparing for today and trying to make it the best possible day working from home. I always say it starts the evening before, thinking about simple things like getting your clothes organised. It's thinking about if you've got specific things that you need to get ready. So if you've got children, do you have kind of lunches you need to get ready? Is there certain things in the house that you need to get ready for the morning as well? Also, in terms of your work, it can be really good to just have the kind of foresight of what's coming up for the next day and doing that bit of planning just at the end of the previous working day so that it doesn't feel like straight away 9 o'clock I'm back to back for hours and I haven't had the time to kind of catch breath or prepare for the meetings. Because I always think if you've got a bit more kind of foresight, a bit more preparation time, then it can really help in terms of that kind of working from home. Just calmness overall, and it means as well that you're going into meetings that you have more informed. You can show up more positively, you can ask the right questions, and your overall work performance is going to improve because of that too. So the preparation the evening before is really important in terms of house stuff, work stuff, and just that focus for the day ahead. And something that kind of relates to that is also, you may have heard me talking about journaling before if you've joined one of my sessions. So journaling at the beginning of your day to be clear on what's your intention, how do you want to feel, how do you want to show up, what do you want to get from the day, what are your three key focal areas in terms of either work or personal life, what are the three, if you've got nothing else done today, what would be the three things you really want to get done that you really want to move forward on. And then I also journal in terms of the things that I'm grateful for, the things that are really good in my life. So to put that positive lens on the day. And then I will look at the final part, or the final question I ask myself is, what am I wrestling with? What's frustrating me? What do I need to find a solution for, and look to find that solution. Now, to spend about 15 minutes on that at the beginning of your day is 15 minutes that you will get back in bundles worth, because it really, really does have such a positive impact on your day overall. Also, I encourage people to journal at the end of your day. So imagine you journaled kind of last night and you were looking at a review of your day. So I always ask people to start with, what worked really well today? What are you most proud of? What did you enjoy? What did you achieve? And then write down at least 3 things, because over time, you can look back over your notes. If you have a printed journal, I've got mine's now on my iPad, where I've got my little pen and I can kind of write it in, and I can look back over the week, over the month, just to have a little look at what I've written. But what have you achieved? And it can be quite nice to just see over time how we're progressing things as well. What would have made it even better if? So what are the things today that maybe didn't go quite to plan, but you could find a different solution for tomorrow? And then I also look at what am I grateful for again in the evening. So again, a bit of a summary in terms of what has been really good, but what am I most grateful for in my life? And then actually not the final thing, the final thing is about what would I be bringing forward into tomorrow. So what do I want some of my focal areas for tomorrow to be? And then when you start your journaling the next day, you move them on to the kind of the morning journal, if you like, and see if there's anything that you want to add. And again, it can be a really good way of just getting things out of your head, because I think so much of the time it feels really busy and chaotic in our heads. So actually, if we get them down, written down in our journal, close off your day, start your day with that kind of focus in terms of the journaling side of things as well. It can just make it so much easier and so much calmer as well too. So I'm just going to share a few more of my ideas here. Also, so many of you are probably finding that one of the first things that you do in the morning is grab your phone and check your emails, especially if your work emails tend to be really busy. But actually, I'm going to challenge you to not checking your work emails before you've completed your kind of pre-work morning routine. So before you've kind of showered, breakfast, got the kids ready if you've got children, done some exercise if you like to do that in the morning. We talked about some of the acronyms that help us with a morning routine: time, which is about being thankful, learning something new, insight, meditation, and exercise. So before you've done all of that, if that's what you like to do in the morning, just make sure that you haven't checked your emails first. Now, that's going to be a tricky one, because it's a habit and we're kind of addicted to the screen, a lot of us. So it's something I'm trying to reduce as well, especially we're doing so many sessions online. One of the things that I'm going to be encouraging in part of this kind of working from home support that I'm offering organisations is encouraging people to, during their working day, rather than be glued to the screen, always having meetings on Zoom, YouTube, well, not meetings on YouTube, but Microsoft Teams, all these different platforms that we use, to actually step away from the screen and go on walk and talk meetings. So get cozy, get wrapped up. If it's a day that you're happy to go out, even sometimes when it's raining, it can be quite refreshing to just go out and get outside and have a meeting, headphones in, phone with you, and just have a meeting that way, have a phone conversation like a lot of people probably would have had pre-lockdown and pre-being on Zoom all of the time. So I think it's going to be really important over the next few months for us actually to ensure that we take breaks from screen time. And that really relates onto my next point, is taking regular breaks. And I would recommend between calls, instead of making your meetings an hour long, make them 50 minutes, make them 45 minutes. Make sure you've got that break in between calls, so that you're not going straight onto the next one, or feeling like you're logging out of one and I'm a minute late for the next one, or things are running over. Because it just doesn't allow us to be in our best possible state, if you like, when we're going into meetings, and it can impact the next meeting if we've had a really difficult previous meeting. Whereas I like to open the back door, go out, get some fresh air, maybe do a few breathing exercises, focus on what my intention is for the next meeting, and then move into that meeting positively as well. So relating to that, how many of you probably sit at your desk and just eat lunch because you're at home, and you just jump in the kitchen, grab something, quick bite to eat in between, calls, you maybe got 10 minutes, grab stuff. Well, I'm going to challenge you to having at least half an hour away from the screen. Half an hour that you block in your diary. Diary is a great way to help organise your day, but also bring about more calm as well, because protect time in your diary like you would it was a meeting. Protect time with yourself, protect time for your development, protect time for your lunch, protect time if you're going to do exercise. Put it in there. Doesn't mean it can't move, but if you move the time of your lunch, of your development time, of your exercise, you must reschedule it, just like you would if you had to change a meeting with someone. Calendar can be a great way to just help you to organise things, but just help you to protect time as well. Because one of the biggest things I hear from people is, oh, I don't have enough time, there's not enough hours in the day. Actually, you have to be in control of your time. And sometimes relating to that, you have to push back and say no, or you have to challenge and ask people why you're being asked along the meeting, or what contribution do you want me to make, or do I need to be in the whole meeting? Because you could be dragged into and drawn into a lot of different things, and it doesn't always have to be that way. But I know for myself, I don't want to let people down. I've got quite a strong sense of duty, and quite a people pleaser overall, so can sometimes be drawn into lots of different things. Actually, being more protective of your time enables you to have more energy and bring just kind of more calmness into your working day as well. So these are all things that we can think about incorporating when considering working from home as well. So just going to go down my little list here and make sure. This is an interesting one. A lot of people, if they've had maybe children at home, childcare issues, if there's been distractions going on in the background, maybe work getting done, another person in the house working from home, noise, that sort of stuff. I always think it can be good to just be open if there's distractions going on. So maybe just at the beginning of the call to say, oh, just a heads up, I've got the kids at home today, or my partner's working at home in the background, you might hear a little bit of noise, or I'm expecting a delivery. And it kind of just, rather than in the back of your head thinking, oh, I really hope they don't play up, I really hope they don't come into this meeting, I really hope that delivery doesn't arrive now, is you're kind of naming it at the beginning of the meeting and you're putting it on the table, and it doesn't then become a distraction for you, essentially. It helps you to more focus and be present on what you're doing. So everybody's got distractions going on at the moment. I'm getting so many different things delivered because we're renovating the house at the moment. So flooring samples. I'm working in my kitchen at the moment. So we've got a kind of patio doors that go off our kitchen. That's where our delivery men and women come to. So just if there's a knock at the door, actually just saying that's just a delivery, I'll be 2 seconds and going to get it. Because I've had times at the beginning where it was and they're seeing me sitting here and not acknowledging them. So actually, let's acknowledge each other. If we've got people face to face with us, we don't see so many people face to face, and let's just be open in conversation as well. It's a little thing, but I've really found it's worked well for me, rather than just pretending that we're blinkered here and nothing else is going on in the home environment. Too. What else have I got? Yeah, I think asking your manager, asking your employer for a bit of flexibility if you require it. If there's certain days where actually it would suit you better to start earlier and finish earlier as well, or start later and finish a bit later, then ask for that flexibility. Organisations I've seen them be, really flexible and really supportive of people if you're open and transparent and you're showing that commitment to making sure that you're fulfilling your role, whilst working from home and whilst trying to juggle it all as well. So, this hasn't been a choice for many people, and therefore it's very different choosing to work from home versus it being kind of enforced on you. Having the right workspace versus working in your kitchen, again, is very, very different. Too. So these are a few things that I've kind of wanted to share today through this session, and what I'm going to continue to do into next week, as well as talk a little bit more about working from home, bringing that calmness into your day and just getting you to think a little bit differently about how you work from home and how you take ownership of your approach, your environment, how you interact, how you reach out to colleagues and things as well, because I think it's very easy when we're working from home to be in our own little bubble at times. So I hope you found that session useful this morning and just bringing a bit of focus into how we bring some calmness, order, structure, good habits into the working from home environment. So last Make Your Morning session for this week. I will be back on Monday, 7 a.m. Meantime, if there's any resources you're looking for, karenbonner.com. Subscribe to this channel and you'll find me over on Facebook too. Thanks everyone and hope you have an amazing weekend. Take care. Bye.